I made the mistake of having the game on in the background, on and off. I was on a phone call. I could hear my friend listening to the match down their end and shouting through the phone. It was like running in and out of the front room. It was so entertaining to watch, wasn't it? Goodness me.
It was an incredible game, wasn't it? Absolutely incredible. Some amazing goals, so much quality on show as well. And of course, it started inside the first minute, didn't it? With that early goal from Marcus Thuram, really setting the tone for what followed. And it was a record-breaking goal as well. Only 30 seconds for Marcus Thuram to open the scoring. That was the fastest goal ever scored in the Champions League semi-final. The previous fastest was Kevin De Bruyne a couple of seasons ago. That was 1 minute 34 seconds, so it beat the record by quite a distance there. We then saw Barcelona come back, of course. They fought back, and it was a 6-goal thriller, and that itself made it the joint highest scoring draw in a Champions League semi-final, alongside a 3-3 draw between Dynamo Kiev and Bayern Munich back in 98-99. So a really amazing spectacle all round, really, and of course a star performer in Lamine Yamal as well.
I mean, goodness me, where does he rank, do we feel? He's 17 years old. Goodness knows where he's going to end up, what sort of records that he's going to break, which he did, of course, in that first minute already, didn't he?
Well, he's been incredible this season. It was a fantastic, just a fantastic performance from him, wasn't it? Again, I mean, it's amazing to think he's doing all this still 2 months shy of his 18th birthday. It's just ridiculous, really. So these stats here really highlight just how effective he was in this game. Of course, an amazing goal for Barcelona's first goal, the goal that really sparked the comeback. That was from one of 6 shots, which was the most in the game. He completed 6 dribbles as well. Again, that was a high in the game. He created chances, he won his duels. And I think what's really interesting is just how many touches he had. 104 touches in the game. That's the kind of number you would expect from a central midfielder, more than a wide player. And 17 touches in the opposition box. Again, that was the highest in the game. Incredibly high number. Simone Inzaghi, the Inter boss, talked about doubling up on him not being enough. But another big problem was that they just couldn't stop the ball from getting to him. Barcelona were really good at getting the ball to him. And we can see his touches in this touch map here, and it just shows you, almost all of them came in this area here, where he is most effective, picking the ball up on the right, cutting inside onto his left foot, as he did for the goal, and doing so much damage on that right-hand side of the box. 17 touches in there, a quite incredible number. And of course, he ended up with a decisive contribution. An incredible performance from him, and on his 100th appearance for Barcelona as well, which is incredible at his age. Only 17 years and 291 days old. So he's the youngest Barcelona player ever to reach 100 appearances. So yeah, a historic night for him, another one, and just a reminder of the incredible potential he has.
He does, and you just wonder where he's going to go on, what records he's going to break, debate if he is the best player in the world at the moment at just 17. It's fair to say he's definitely going to be at some point.
Well, he's well on track, isn't he? I mean, it's just incredible to think of where he is now compared to previous superstars at this age, and that's what we see in this graphic here. So we have Ronaldo and Messi at 17, and you can see that Ronaldo was on 19 appearances. He was playing for Sporting in Portugal at the time, 5 goals, 4 assists for him. Messi had actually only made 9 appearances at this point, only 1 goal for him. You then compare that to Yamal, 100 appearances, 22 goals there, 33 assists. So yeah, incredible numbers from him, and he looks well on course to that kind of status, doesn't he? He does look like an amazing talent.
He does. He has another amazing talent on the opposite wing, doesn't he, in the form of Raphinha. Just how good is his form?
Yeah, he's been huge for Barcelona this season, hasn't he? Coming from Leeds, of course, and struggling initially at Barcelona, but just making a fantastic impact this season. And you can see now his numbers for goals and assists. He's up to 20 combined this season, which is the second most in a Champions League campaign. The highest was Cristiano Ronaldo in the 2013-14 campaign with 21. So you wouldn't bet against Raphinha actually equaling or surpassing that. He got an assist last night. He also had the shot, of course, which led to the 3rd goal, bouncing in off the goalkeeper. So a really fantastic season. Just gets better for Raphinha. So Yamal not the only one making a big impact in that attack.
As for Inter, different game to what many people thought. It was definitely much more open, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah, they looked a lot more defensively vulnerable than they have in previous games, didn't they? So 3 goals conceded last night compared to their previous 12 games in the Champions League, which is only 5. So they had been defensively so strong in their previous games. In this game, as you say, it was a lot more open. They were toing and froing, weren't they, the two sides, both going on the attack, both leaving space in behind, but it made for a fantastic game, and fingers crossed for more of the same in the second leg.
Absolutely. They had right wing back Denzel Dumfries to thank as well for all 3 of their goals. I mean, this is a man who has been one of the most prolific defenders in recent years, though, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, he got the assist for the opening goal and scored a couple himself. He's up to 10 goals in all competitions this season, which, as you can see, makes him the highest scoring defender in Europe in all competitions by some margin as well. No other defender has scored more than 6. You can see obviously some familiar names in here: Hakimi of PSG, Cucurella of Chelsea there, Daniel Munoz of course of Crystal Palace, Fabian Schär and Josko Guardiola up there as well. But that man Dumfries right at the top of the pile, an incredible offensive weapon for Inter in that wing-back position.
It's such an incredibly poised tie. I cannot wait. Will Inter fancy their chances of getting a result in the San Siro, or do you think it will be Barca reaching the final in Munich?
I mean, I think Inter have a good chance now. They are strong at the San Siro. They haven't been beaten there in Europe this season. They've won all their home games except for the one against Bayern Munich, which they drew 2-2 in the last round, but of course still progressed. But I think they'll fancy it. Of course, what Barcelona have is this incredible attack, so they're always capable of scoring goals with Yamal on one side, Raphinha on the other. Maybe they'll have Lewandowski back as well.
Oh, yeah.
But Inter at home, I do think they will be strong, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them advance from the tie.
OK. Yeah, we wonder if Arsenal fans afford themselves the possibility to think who they'd prefer to face in the final if they can overturn that 1-0 deficit in Paris.
Yeah,
goodness me.
It's an interesting one, isn't it? I think they have enough on their hands already, don't they, with trying to come through that second leg, having lost the first one. But I think both of those teams we saw last night, just so much quality. Both would be really difficult games if they can get through that second leg against PSG.
Absolutely.